Welcome back to Fortune Cookies Tarot, and this is the bonus reading for the Britney Spears wedding series. So, just to recap, we did in video one, Britney. This is all things around the wedding. We did Sam in the second one. We did Britney's dad, Jamie, in the third, her mom in the fourth, and Jamie Lynn in the fifth. So, we're just going to take a look at some of the characters at the wedding. So there were some pretty high profile names. We had Madonna. We had Selena Gomez, who I love. I think she's adorable. Loved her jumpsuit. It was a royal blue jumpsuit. It was fab. Drew Barrymore, who had a very odd outfit on. It was very odd in color and composition, and it left me feeling a little bit confused. And then there's also Paris Hilton and Kathy Hilton. So Paris Hilton years ago did have a close friendship with Britney. They also, there's some nights out with Lindsay Lohan. So they had some fun in the 90s, but weird selection. There's certainly a list selection of guests there, and it looks like it was a very intimate, very small wedding. So looked very beautiful, looked great, but I think it's a little bit odd about those guests that were there. So we're gonna get a little dark here, so buckle up. We're going to talk about some weird intentions and maybe some of those secret organizations that they allegedly have in Hollywood. So let's get up my banner, because this is for entertainment purposes only. If it's your first time here, please like, share, and subscribe, and welcome. If you are a repeat offender, welcome back. Grateful for all of you. Love what I'm doing here, having so much fun with y'all. So in the description below, you can either help support my channel, or you can book your own personal, private, magical reading. I do them by Zoom, and so we'll be face-to-face. We can interact, and we can talk about anything that you'd like. So it's a really good time. You can schedule according to your schedule in my Calendly link. So let's take a look at what was going on with those guests, because, man, it's a little bit weird. So one of the things that I really do like that celebrities are doing of late, and we're going to use a little selenite here too. It's available at aliciawicker.com. She is my buddy that I do Dueling Tarot with on Friday. That is a happy hour of celebrity and pop culture and political and hip news that we're dealing with. We do usually it's 2 hours of fun tarot reading. So, but she is my crystal resource. She also does readings herself. So either join us on that or go buy some crystals from her, because she's super, super cool. So, celebrities like Madonna and Sean Penn, when they got married, we were treated to like very grainy photos. I mean, he had a GUN in one of the pictures. He was actually, popping some off at the helicopters with the paparazzi that was trying to get shots of their wedding. It was pretty cool. I think they were in Malibu, but we really never got any great pictures. Years later, just like a few years ago, I think there were some that surfaced. They were on the web. She had like a cool little hat, and but years ago we didn't get that kind of stuff. And so the celebrities, they would really cloister their weddings, and they wouldn't let us in, and they wouldn't let us see stuff. I mean, even Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, it was a pretty tight wedding that they had. There was like one really, really great picture of them that came out eventually. But with NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, people are really kept to be quiet. No, don't say anything. Don't show anything. Certainly don't hear anything. So it's really refreshing that now we're having celebrities like Britney who are going on their Instagram. Now, I have my own opinions about her usage of Instagram. I think she is overshowing, over not dressed, underdressed. And they do need to put a PR person in there, because it's a little too salacious for someone her age. I hate to be like that and ageist, but she is a little bit older. She is not a schoolgirl anymore. So just some precautions should be taken. So She did go to her Instagram and to her other social media, and she's sharing some photos with us, which is great because, truth be told, we all want to see the dress. All us gals want to see the dress. We want to know what she wore. We want to know how she looked. We all, are all doing that thing. So she is showing some pictures. At one point, she had no pants and like a tuxedo dress, but it was like super short. And I guess she had a bikini on underneath, but no shoes, no pants. Bit odd, just in my opinion. You're a little old for that. Should have been done at the after party. But there was also a red dress that she had on at one point, which was an interesting choice. Myself, when I got married a few years ago, I had two dresses. I had one big fancy one that was, kind of like, it was, we had a garden wedding, so it was not super, super fancy, but it didn't make me look like a fat cow, which was what I was concerned about. And then I had a second party dress, which was off the shoulders, still white, still, but it was a little bit easier for me to move around in. And I too was barefoot and probably had more than enough to drink. Let's just put it that way. But I think everybody did. So in the red dress, when Britney was in the red dress, we did see, and I'm going to go to our Merry Melodies cards here. And we're going to very, very quickly, I think, go over to the Ellen Cannon Reed Witches Tarot. So coming up, I'm going to do, and I never do flip through videos, but I am going to do a flip through video on the Ellen Cannon Reed because I'm so excited that I did find it. If you're a regular follower, that was a deck that was in my storage unit, and I found it last week and I was very excited about it. So I've welcomed it back into the pack and we are working with it. And it's a super rare out of print deck. So super happy. But so let's see, Britney had the red dress on. She had Madonna there. There was another kiss. The photo was released. So I'm of this opinion. You can do the kiss. Like if you really want to smooch on the lips, that's all well and good. You go do that. You do you. But there's that Jersey accent. You do you. Did the photo need to be released? Not necessarily. Is it a PR thing? Is it a pump? Probably. Is it for her? Is it for Madge? Like who is this for? And why? Like when I did Sam's video in the second video of the series, I don't think that he was very happy about that. So we're not going to focus on either of them just yet. We're going to get a sense of like what that was all about. Why was that happening? Why was there this salacious, quasi same-sex gal smoocherama? What was that all about? Why are we seeing that? And I'm going to apologize. I think I have to do 2 rows on this. I just said that I wasn't. I'm going to do what was Madonna, what was Britney thinking. So let's do it. Let's do it. Madonna. Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. This is going to... I have a feeling I should say Madonna for last. Huh. And then Britney. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Madge right here. Again, for entertainment purposes only. Just a tarot reader, just reading the cards. I'm just going to tell you what I see here. All right. Again, the jersey came out. The jersey came out for the bonus video. So, Madge. Her power is waning. Her influence is waning. She knows that those Instagram posts that she's doing and the overfiltering and the overfilling, y'all know what I'm talking about if you pay attention to her. So she knows that is not looking so good. And I'm sorry, we're a little unfocused here. Let me give it a wiggle. Wiggle it just a little bit. There we go. I think we're focused again. She knows that her power is waning and she knows that it's things that she's done. She's trying to do this reinvention again. The reinvention is not working. She is visiting times in the past. She's trying to hitch her cart to a youthful energy. Um, this deck, Ellen Cannon Reed. So Ellen Cannon Reed, this is a Kabbalah-based deck, so it'll make sense to check it out with Madonna. Woo! Card flew out. 7 of Wands. Hold that thought. We're going to keep shuffling. We're going to add some cards to this. 7 of Wands is trying to balance here. Trying to get things in order, trying to reorder, establish order again, trying to regain power. Our wands are always power. They have a firm foot in physicality in this lifetime. So, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune represents, if you look, the marching of time. So we've got some time marching on here. She is trying to stop the clock. And then we have that Prince of Wands again. Everything she's doing is not working. That stopping the clock is not working. And oh boy, universe, she is afraid that her Madonna fans, I'm sorry, she's afraid that her sun has set. And that everything that she's doing has already been done. She's almost like it's like if she was stuck in the mud and she keeps rolling back and forth and she's just getting stuck deeper and deeper in the mud. There are, of course, diehard Madge fans, diehard, and I like. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was a huge Madonna fan when she first came out. I thought she was spectacular. You know, I had the rubber bracelets and all that. So she really is concerned about that fade. She's not in any kind of situation where, like, she's at a point in this incarnation that she could pretty much do whatever she wants. Like, she could just tra-la-la. It's not going to affect her bottom line or her existence if she puts up a Photoshop photo or a filtered photo, or if she goes and she gets a shit ton of stuff put in her face. And I'm sorry, I cursed. Try not to curse on my stream. But it's almost like it's a free flow of consciousness. Like, she's just like, well, this is my art and this is what I'm going to do. And I do think that Madonna is like a real artist. Like, I think she developed into an artist. I think, you know, there were some artistic qualities that are inherent there, but I think over the lifetime of her career, she has really developed into this multifaceted artist. Is there... And I should say not multifaceted, but a prolific and multifaceted artist. Like, she really is very gifted at what she does. And she's very, very good at manifesting. So is there some element of esoteric power involved in this? Esoteric power. Are we seeing that? Heart of the matter. Yes. She's manifesting. That is a manifest card. We're manifesting. We are putting our thoughts out there and we are creating and finding a new pathway under the surface. Princess of Pentacles. Now, Princess of Pentacles, like that could be money. But in our case here, we're talking about rebirth, a new foundation, a new beginning. And that's really what we've got going here. Sorry, I'm leaning in really close so you can see my amazing green eye makeup today. I did green because I wanted to have a lot of creativity in my vision. We'll talk about that another time. Sometimes I do my makeup to help me see into the other worlds a little bit better. I need to do a bunch of videos today, so I wanted to see very well. So she really is looking for a new foundation. Now let's talk about Britney here. So this whole interaction with Madonna did create some issues between her and Sam. I said that in his video. I'm saying it again. The aftermath of this was very upsetting. The star anxiety card, you all know that. It keeps us up at night. It makes us icky. We don't feel right when we have that 9 of swords. It's really uncomfortable. They definitely had words about it. He was like, "What the hell? Why are you kissing another woman at our wedding?" Like, this wasn't the Britney show. It was the Britney show. Sam said it wasn't the Britney show. It was supposed to be our wedding. And what the hell? And she was like, "You don't understand. Like, I'm a celebrity and she's a mentor." And like, it was this whole, she tried to justify it. The reality is that this was a manic situation where it was just like, hey, we're going to dance and we're going to have, like a lot of sexual energy and all this, love and guts and whatnot. And like, it was just kind of something that I don't think it was planned on either of their part. I don't think it was like, hey, let's make sure that we kiss. I just think everybody was dancing around and it happened. And it's just, you shouldn't be kissing anybody else at your wedding. I'm just saying that, like, not on the mouth, like you can kiss them on the cheek, but you shouldn't be kissing anybody else at your wedding. So she explains to Sam that this is, like the godmother of pop music. This is an entity and a person that forged the path that Britney actually rode in on. So she tried to explain that. It really didn't work. She's having a lot of trouble understanding his reservation about it. She does not quite understand that Sam is a regular person, even though like he's been in celebrity circles, but he is a regular person and he has some regular morality there. So for whatever that's worth, he, was not really thrilled about that. Be very curious to see a picture of his reaction to that. So, but who knows? Maybe he took the picture. I could be totally wrong. Who knows? So I'm going to keep this video to 20 minutes. Holy crap, I got to go faster. So, Britney. Yeah. Oh, there it is. This is what I was looking for. The mother, the maiden, and the crown. I do think that Madonna is trying to put together a little bit of magic, whether it's intentional or not intentional. I think she's trying to get the mother, the maiden, and the crown. Unfortunately, she's the crown now. She is the old, wizened woman who knows the way. And the mother is Britney. She's had children and she's in the thick of her life. So, yeah, Britney doesn't know where she's going. Again, we got another mother maiden in the crown card with that 3 of cups. Britney thought that this was going to fire up, forge more into her career. She thought, she's justifying it by saying, this is the godmother of pop music. Give me a break. This is my job kind of thing. So real quick, because I did say I wanted to stick to 20 minutes. I got 1 minute. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. We'll have to go a little bit longer on this one. So we'll do Selena, Drew Barrymore, Paris Hilton. We'll leave Kathy out of the mix for now. What was their whole deal? We're going to stay with the Ellen Cannon Reid? Just want to know if there was something secret and magical behind the scenes. And we got Selena first. We'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is Drew. 1, 2, 3. And then we got Paris. We're going to have to move these suckers up a little bit. I'll tell you what, when I'm working next week on my new formatting here, I will see if we can get a better place to hang my camera. Yeah, Paris, Judgment in Reverse. So, Selena, I think it's an actual, belonging to the club and the pop girl club. I think that they are friends to a certain extent, but Selena said, hey, you know what? It's going to be a fun night out. We'll have a good time. Maybe I'll be on the inside track with Britney. We can hang out and be girlfriends and braid each other's hair at night. She's not looking to get involved in any of the business aspect of her. It kind of feels like, we're okay friends. Maybe we'll be better friends later, but we'll see. We'll have to see. I'm going to keep you at an arm's length. There's a transition here to a different relationship with her. I love that we got both of these princesses. So we have Pentacles and then we have Cups. Drew Barrymore. Again, we've got this trying to stop time, trying to make things go in our direction. There's also this protective quality of her, this Princess of Cups. She's trying to protect Britney. Now, Drew Barrymore comes to the table with an amazing experience in terms of being a child star. She's been a celebrity since she was 4 years old. It's a lifetime of experience. And then we have that 6 of Wands. There's this, the 6 is our point of stability. She's really trying to offer some career stabilization for Britney. She wanted to be there for the wedding. Yes, as a friend, but she wants to be there as a career stabilizing. So maybe Drew is having some talks with her about the immature salaciousness of her postings and of her behavior. So she may be doing that. Drew's also been married a bunch of times. We all know that. And I think that Drew is in a place that's very interesting in her career. She has successfully transitioned into, and I'm sorry, middle-aged woman. She really has successfully transitioned into that. Is she involved in some of the weirder esoteric stuff? Because that dress was odd. I got a jump out card. We got a jump out card. We got two jump out cards. Stabilization, or the balancing. It's our 7 of Wands. There's this balancing, and then yes, we've got that 2 of Swords there, which is moving forward and getting some things done. So that's a little bit odd. This reading actually could use to go a little bit longer. Now, Paris Hilton is interesting. I've always said this about her. And she was kind of a big thing when I was out in LA. And Paris Hilton is remarkable in the sense that she hangs out. She's very bright. She's brighter than most people know. She runs a ton of businesses, way more businesses than anyone will ever know, because there's a ton of them. She's got her hand in a lot of stuff. So she's not some idle princess that was handed a bunch of money and just kind of tra-la-la. She actually made that money work for her, and she actually created a lot out of it. Granted, she's not, building traditional businesses. They are businesses that are relevant to her personality, her lifestyle, but they're money makers. She is a money maker. But one of the interesting things about her is that the people she would hang out with would go off the rails. And I posit to you the Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan, which I referenced before. They used to hang out with her all the time. Lindsay Lohan, we all know what happened with her. She totally went off the rails 3 times. Britney went off the rails too. There are a lot of people that were around Paris, and you can do I'm sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. You can do a little bit of research about that. There's a lot of people that were involved with her that, had to go to REBAH. Wait. Rehab, or, something else happened to them. There's a lot of people that went off the rails around her. Paris herself kind of maintains, and she has a very, very good sense of PR. She will saturate and then pull back, and she will saturate and she will pull back, and then there'd be some kind of event and then she'll pull back. She pops in and out beautifully. Her wedding was a spectacular PR event. I think she's gorgeous. I really do think that she's very, very pretty. I think she's very bright, and I know that from inside circles. But she had a good time as well. Like, she wasn't, it wasn't like she was all business and it was like this fake persona. She definitely was having a good time, and making the best out of it. And to be sure, I remember she did do a little bit of time for driving and but I think that was legitimate. She took it on the chin. Not being gross, not being salacious there. But she came through that and used it to her benefit. So she's very bright. Whoever her PR people are, if she's running it, kudos to her. If she's not running it, whoever's doing it, she better be paying them a fortune, because they're masterful at it. So this is again, like another surface relationship for her. They're friends. They were always friends. She doesn't want to be enemies with her. But she's going to show up as she has to show up, but she'll bring a nice gift, and don't expect it. I'm not going to get real deep. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to be your BFF. We're not going to be braiding each other's hair at night. Selena can do that. But I'll be around, and if shit goes sideways, I'm going to start to back away. That's our Paris. That's our Paris Hilton. So she part of the crazy wickedness in the devil's den of Hollywood. We should call Hollywood the devil's den. The devil's den. When I lived out there, I was on some inside track with my ex-husband, and I never really saw anything super creepy. I'll be honest. I saw creepier things when I was in San Francisco with the plebes. So Paris in with the creepy people of Los Angeles, California. Heart of the matter. Nah. Not interested. Not interested in being involved with them. Doesn't bring her joy. Queen of Pentacles under the surface. She is the queen of her own future. So that is what we have to say about the guests. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that Madonna was going to take up so much room, but she did. So I hope you all enjoyed this series. I hope it was fun and informative. They were all recorded over the weekend. So if there's some updates in the meantime or some news flashes, don't hold me to it. But like I said, grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. This is super fun for me. Readings, if you want them, down below. I love doing them. One of the reasons that I do tarot is because I do want to help people. Some people, they go to therapy. Some people meditate. Some people like to get readings. It really is illuminating. Sometimes you will understand your shadow self a little bit. Sometimes come to terms with things that maybe you were not trying to come to terms with. So, it really is a good thing when done in the right spirit and in the right measure. So thank you so much for being here. I will try and keep up with series like this every week. I do love to do lives, but I think doing, short videos all week long that I pre-produce with my ugly background here until I get it straightened out. I think we're going to do a few more of these just so you guys can see some different stuff and not just the lives. Okay. So have a great day. I am grateful for you all.